Hello, ladies. Today, we're going to start out by checking over your homework from yesterday. So your homework pages should look like what you see on my screen. So my homework, and this was all based on graphing data, right? We were graphing our data. So it says use data from the graph to answer the questions. So how many people voted? So in order to find out how many people voted, you should have added up all of the pictures. So you would have added up 4 and 2 and 1 and 1 to get your answer. Which topping got the most votes? So where did you see the most of the pictures? The answer should have been ketchup. Down here, it says use the data from the graph to answer the questions. Which two toppings got the least vote? So there's two out of our categories, two topics that only got one vote. So they should have been lettuce and tomato. That's what you should have had there. How many people like ketchup or tomato? So we should count up how many people like ketchup and tomato. So we have 4 up here and 1 here. That gives us 5. 5 should have been your answer for that. Here it says use the data from the graph to answer the questions. So here's our graph. It's about favorite sandwiches. We have peanut butter and jelly, turkey, grilled cheese, and just a peanut butter sandwich. So how many more people voted for turkey and grilled cheese altogether than voted for peanut butter and jelly? So we need to add up how many had turkey and grilled cheese. So grilled cheese, there's 3, and there's 2 for turkey, so that's 5. Then voted for peanut butter and jelly. Well, we have 3 that voted for peanut butter and jelly. So we have 5 minus our 3, so your answer should have been 2. 2 people wanted to have turkey or grilled cheese more than they did peanut butter and jelly. The last scenario for your homework was Maria voted for peanut butter. She really wanted to vote for peanut butter and jelly. How would that have changed this picture? So she ended up putting her vote here. Here in peanut butter, but she wanted her vote to go up here. So how would that have changed this? So it would have changed it a lot, actually, because peanut butter would have then had 4 votes, or peanut butter and jelly, would have had 4 votes, and just peanut butter would have only had 3 votes. Okay, that was your homework that was due to me this morning. So I wanted to make sure that we went over that so that you understand it. And the next thing we're going to do is check my progress. Checking my progress is in your book. It can be found on page, maybe it's in your book. There we go. So on page 547, on page 547, you're going to see check my progress. Looks like this. I want you to go ahead and complete this and turn it in to me, please. It's in your book, so you can do it in your book and then take a picture of it and send it to me, please, so that we have this completed. And I will be grading this, so please make sure you do your best work. The next thing that we have is our lesson today. So we're on chapter 9, lesson 4. And again, if you've not had an opportunity to do your check my progress, please pause the video, go do it, and then you can start your new lesson today, okay? So our lesson for the day is making a bar graph. So we want to learn about how to make a bar graph. And it's related to our big essential question, because it's how can I record and analyze data? Well, we can do that using a bar graph. So we're going to learn about bar graphing today. With that thought, though, I want to go over a few practice problems. So here's our problem of the day. It says, draw a picture graph titled, My Favorite Ice Cream Flavor. The key can show that each symbol shows for 1 vote. Show that 7 people like vanilla, 9 people like chocolate, 4 people like strawberry, and 2 people like chocolate chip. What ice cream flavor has the most votes? So you should make a chart, right? So if we made a chart, And I'm going to attempt to do this. Well, I can show you what it could look like. Just don't like giving you the answers without the chart. Oh, they're not going to give you a chart, so I'm going to give you a chart. So you could, this is Ziegler's chart is ugly. There we go. And that made it pretty. Okay. And then I want to type in it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I'm typing the wrong way. Okay. Let's do a text box. Okay, so when we make our chart, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You guys get to write yours. You're welcome to use pencil instead of doing it on the computer because this is a little trickier, but we're going to manage to get it done. So we're going to do 7 vanilla is our first one. We have 9 people. And then we have chocolate. And we have, oh no, we have 9 people for chocolate. And we have 7 people for vanilla. We have strawberry. And we have 4 people for strawberry. And then we also had chocolate chip. And whoops. And we had 2 people for that. So it should have looked like this. And once you had your data, it says what ice cream flavor has the most votes. So you should decide which one has the most votes. And then how many people like the strawberry ice cream? And you should be able to answer that from your data as well. Okay. So once you answer those questions, the answers should have been chocolate had the most votes and exactly 4 people liked the strawberry ice cream. Here's our next quick check for the day. It says use the data from the graph to answer the question. How many people voted for bananas? Always remember to check your key to make sure that each picture is equal to 1 vote. So how many people liked bananas? Let's count the bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people liked bananas. Here's our test practice. So it says how many people chose football or baseball as their favorite sport. So we have to choose football or baseball. So we have football, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And baseball, we had 1, 2, 3. So 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 people chose one or the other. And there's the answer to that. So let's investigate this. This is how can you create a bar graph to show data? So it says complete the tally chart. Use the tally chart to make a horizontal bar graph. So what we're going to look at today is, need this. Let's go with that. And let's go with this. Okay. So sedans have 8, right? We have 8 total. So we're going to write the number 8 here. Ooh, I made everything big. 8. So we're going to color in all the way out to 8. Mine is ugly because I'm on the computer, but yours can be pretty. There we go. And SUV is 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got another 8. And that is going to start here. Whoops. Start here and go all the way out to 8. Didn't color it in for me. And then we have trucks. We have 3 trucks. Okay, so we're going to go to trucks. And we're only going to go to 3. No, it wanted to circle that time. And then the last one is a taxi, and that's 5. And taxis, you would go out here to your 5. And you would color these in. So really, when they do it and it's pretty, it looks like this. And that's what yours should look like. You should color the number in based on your data. This is a horizontal because it goes this way, just like the horizon. Remember I said that word was coming back to haunt us? Horizontal. It goes this way. This is the way the data goes. And it's horizontal, and it's a bar graph because really once we put in our data, it shows us everything in bars. That's why it's called a bar graph. So it says in a survey, 4 artists paint using watercolor, 5 artists paint using oil, 2 artists paint using pastel, and complete the tally chart. And then it says use the tally chart to make a vertical bar graph. Remember, vertical is up and down. Vertical is up and down. So let's go here. We're going to make tally marks. Our waters are 4 artists do watercolor. So I need to do 4 tallies. It does not like me to. There we go. So I'm going to do 4 tally marks. And then it says 5 artists use oil painting. So I'm going to do them with my line because I have to go across. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 4. Maybe. 4. And then 1 big line across. 5. And then it says 2 artists paint using pastels. 2 artists paint using pastels. So I'm going to use a text box for that one because that's way neater. So 2 are pastels. Now I have to fill in my totals. This is our data. Remember, it's one of our vocabulary words. So I have 4 here. I have 5 there. And I have 2 there. That is my data. This is my data set based on my survey of people. And now I have to come over here and fill it in. So let's use that. And let's go fill in. So watercolor, I'm going to start at the bottom at 0 and go all the way up to 4. Right? Because we have 4 people. Now, is it going to fill it in for me? Yeah, there we go. All right. And then oil, we have 5. So we're going to start at 0. We're going to go all the way up to 5. We're going to fill all these in because that's 5. And then for pastels, we're going to start down at 0. We're going to go up to 2. And over and down. And fill all of that in. So notice my watercolor is up to 4. My oil is up to 5. And my pastel is up to 2. That's how you do the vertical or up and down bar graph. And a prettier version would look like this. So it says math in my world. It says favorite winter activity. And then you'd have student work here. Okay. So what this may look like is a data set for you. I'm going to give everybody a data set today. Just so that for the purposes of our lesson, so that we can do it we can do it together. Let me get rid of that silly thing. Okay. So let's add our data. So sledding, I have 5. Ice skating, I have 6. Skiing, I had, whoa, I can't spell today. Skiing, I had 3. And snowboarding, I had 4. So based on our data, we have to fill our chart in. So in order to fill our chart in, we're going to use our data over here. So sledding is 5 people. So we start at 0. We're going to all the way up to 5. So 5 would be that. And for some reason, it didn't color it in. Let's see if we can make this work again. 5. There's my lines. There we go. That's 5. That represents 5 people like sledding. And when you look at this, remember this is a horizontal. Our data's going side to side. That's a horizontal, just like the horizon of the sun. Ice skating is 6. So we're going to go down to our number 6. That's where we're going to start out for our ice skaters. We had 6 people like ice skating as their favorite winter activity. Okay. And then skiing, we had 3. So skiing goes along here. And we had 3. So I'm going to go use my 3. And I'm going to shade in these guys. And then snowboarding would be 4. You have this, by the way, in your book. Please make sure that you're completing this with me. In your book, it is on page 549. So that's what it should look like. You should have those shaded in using that data that we have. Okay, once you do this, please make sure that you take a picture of it and send it to me so I can see your work. Then we're going to jump into some guided practice. So today's word is bar graph, right? These are bar graphs. Some are horizontal and some are vertical. Depends on which way the numbers go, right? Some are side to side, which is horizontal, and some are vertical, up and down. But they are all bar graphs because of the way that we highlight them or we use our data to fill them in. So it says a bar graph uses bars to show data. To make a bar graph, color one box for each vote. Bar graphs can look different, and they're showing you the different ways they can look. They can look horizontal, they can look vertical. Here's your data, right? We have toast, 4 tallies, cereal, 5 tallies, and eggs, 2 tallies. So here we have toast, cereal, and eggs, and they filled in the tally marks based on the numbers, and it looks like this, and this is a horizontal chart. They also used the same data and made a vertical chart. The toast and cereal and eggs are down here, and our numbers are up here. They still use the same data to fill in our answers. So this is something I want you to try. Once you have tried it, I want you to come back to the video and see if you got it correct. This is in your book. It is at the bottom of page 550. So go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and try it. And then when you're done, you can turn the video back on. Once you did your chart on page 550, it should look something like this when you're done with it. If it doesn't, you may have made an error. But we had our tally marks up here. It showed us our tally marks. They had given us our digits, and then we had to fill them in. So blueberries are 4, so they have all the way out to 4 darkened in. Strawberries are 2, so we have 2 for strawberries. Lemon was 1. Lemon, we have 1. And cherry was 5. So we have all the way to 5 darkened in. So it says, how are bar graphs different from picture graphs? Well, how are they different? It says complete the tally chart. Use the chart to make a bar graph. So we're going to use these, but how they are different is here, we're just filling in blocks, right? There's no pictures involved. We have no pictures to look at or see. Everything is just based on numbers and letters and us filling in the blocks. So it should look like this when you're done with this one. Make sure that you're doing it correctly. And then I would like you to try to do the On My Own sheet together. We're not going to do our brain builders today. I'm just looking for your On My Own sheet. Oh, that's homework. Brain builders. Okay. You want to work on your On My Own sheet or your independent practice. It is found on page 551 and 552. Also, I want to remind you to please complete your homework. It is on page 553 and 554. I would like you to send me your independent practice as well as your homework via a picture on Canvas. Thank you, ladies. Have a great day.